to Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium and the home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Rambling Wreck is here, and these fans have been waiting since early in the day to get this one cranked up. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Virginia Cavaliers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense will have the football first. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Looking to throw, it's Clemens. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, that is a picture-perfect start for this defense. Number one objective, get off the field even better. Third down, force them into a passing situation. You win, you hit the quarterback. Nice start by this D.
And the Cavaliers will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. So Georgia Tech's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
He'll toss it. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Rides to back and leaves it. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pulls and fires complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Cavaliers want to move quickly.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Inside the 40. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Clemens. A little release to the back. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll go with a direct snap. Plows through the defense. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. The Cavaliers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Sends it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0. Oh, he's got some space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. From the gun, give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pulls it and fires to the left. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Here comes the heat. Under fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Fears the pressure. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
We've reached the end of the period. It's Virginia holding the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. There he goes. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll throw on third and short. He's going to run it. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The running back has it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll run play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Clemens. They'll run the screen. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. The Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Flips it out on the screen. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The play-action fake. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to throw on 3rd. Makes the catch. It's Dobbs. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Yellow Jackets are rolling down the field. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here's the heat. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets open down the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The kick is on its way. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, it's Clemens. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Cavaliers will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Dobbs. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Punt is on its way. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Dropping back, it's Clemens. Floating away. Open space at the 25. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the big fella. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. The Cavaliers decide to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a man. It's Dobbs. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The run to the right. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the flats at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
And the Cavaliers will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Trying to set the tone with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. A strike downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. The Yellow Jackets had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. He'll run it again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UConn is getting dominated today. And, you know, the folks in stores deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 17 to Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Cavaliers will hustle to the line.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the 1st half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. To the air on second down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's why you got to avoid 3rd and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Handoff to the lone back. Breaks into the open. And the defense makes it. Hit knocks him down. And the Cavaliers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown, and they forced their opponent to kick a field goal. Nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Caught over the middle. It's late. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, what a cut! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Clemens. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Quarterback on the keeper. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. The Cavaliers will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Going deep. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. The hand to the running back. Makes one man miss. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The punt team makes its way onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Clemens. Quick completion on the out. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Turns it on in midfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Cavaliers want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Bunch formation for these receivers. He'll do it himself. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Wants to throw. It's Clemens. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
The Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Oh, they're after him. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice move there. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground. And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. The Yellow Jackets will have it first and 10.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the run, now to throw. Quick strike complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
Yeah, and you just want to keep
turning it on. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top. He'll pull it down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. 5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. A shot toward the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Catch in the middle. It stops. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The Yellow Jackets started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Going for 6. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll keep it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Duke.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Back to throw, it's Clemens. Finds the tight end. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Red pass, it's complete. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Plucks it out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He'll pull it on the read. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.